At exactly 4 in the morning, Universal Time on October 3rd, the skies above Mars ignited with a light no one could explain. What was intended to be a quiet interstellar flyby transformed into an event that defied every prediction. The object, known as 3I Atlas, had been drifting through our solar system on a one-way journey from the deep void between stars. As it passed just 29 million kilometers from Mars, every instrument humanity had ever sent to the red planet turned its eye toward it. But what followed was beyond science or expectation. Mars didn't just observe the heavens that night, it answered back. Before we continue deeper into this mystery, make sure to subscribe and stay connected, because what happened next may change how you see the universe itself. The event began quietly. The comet appeared only as a faint emerald shimmer against the endless dark, its thin halo flickering like breath. For a few fleeting moments, everything seemed normal. Data streamed from orbiters, Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, Mars Express, MAVEN, the Trace Gas Orbiter, confirming the same steady readings. Then, without warning, the brightness intensified, not gradually but violently, as though something inside the nucleus had awakened. Spectrometers detected bursts of gas no one had ever seen before, cyanogen and carbon dioxide erupting together, materials that should have remained frozen solid in the vacuum of space. The surface temperature of 3I Atlas surged, its energy spiking beyond theoretical limits. Scientists watched in disbelief as their instruments struggled to make sense of it. It wasn't behaving like ice or rock. It was behaving like something aware of being observed. Then came the lights. Mars, with its fractured magnetic field and thin air, almost never produces auroras. Yet that night, the entire night side of the planet came alive with motion, ribbons of violet, green, and crimson cascading across the sky. The cause wasn't the sun. There had been no solar flare, no storm. The only possible catalyst was 3I Atlas itself. For hours, Mars pulsed with color that mirrored the comet's position, as if responding in rhythm. From the surface, Perseverance captured faint flashes along the horizon. Curiosity detected bursts of radiation, and even the long silent InSight lander recorded a deep vibration through the ground. Mars was responding to something unseen, something alive in its silence. The red planet wasn't silent anymore. It was singing. Moments after the auroras peaked, fragments began to tear away from the glowing body of 3I Atlas. They didn't drift apart randomly. They spiraled outward in perfect arcs, glimmering like metallic snowflakes, tracing invisible geometry in the void. Scientists labeled it spiral shedding, but the precision was unnatural. Each fragment moved in harmony, adjusting its alignment toward Mars's magnetic poles. Then came the methane spike, a chemical signature that had long haunted researchers. The surge happened the exact second the comet passed above the planet. Had the object seeded Mars with something new, or awakened something ancient, buried beneath its rust-colored crust? And then through the chaos came a sound. It was faint, rhythmic, impossible, a low hum repeating every 22 seconds. NASA dismissed it at first as interference, until the same pulse was detected by the European Space Agency from a completely different angle. Two crafts, identical readings, perfect synchronization. The tone persisted for nearly an hour, humming just below human hearing. Official reports blamed plasma resonance, a natural reaction between the comet's tail and Martian crust. Unofficially, whispers spread. Some said it was feedback, a response to our own signals. Others believed it was a beacon. Then, as suddenly as it began, the hum vanished. Mars fell silent once again, but the silence felt different, expectant, listening. Something had passed between the planet and the traveler, something deliberate. When dawn rose across the Martian horizon, the light returned to normal, but the data did not. Instruments on the surface revealed chemical anomalies, compounds that shouldn't exist in nature. Carbon isotopes rearranged, particles aligned against the planet's natural magnetic field. Even radiation levels had dropped inexplicably, as if something had absorbed it. The methane spike was gone, replaced by microelectrical discharges crawling invisibly across the soil. Analysts called it residual plasma activity, but others whispered of activation. Something had been stirred within Mars, something small yet intentional. Whatever 3I Atlas had done, it had left Mars awake. Far beyond the red planet, the James Webb Space Telescope finally regained its view. What it saw shattered even the most skeptical minds. The comet wasn't cooling as expected. It was heating up. Inside its core, waves of radiation pulsed like breath, rising and falling in perfect cycles. The chemical readings defied nature. Diatomic carbon and cyanogen arranged in harmonic intervals, repeating like coded language. Then came the echo, a faint reflection not from the comet's tail but from the empty space around it. The telescope enhanced the signal, revealing a pattern. 3 concentric spirals of ionized particles, perfectly aligned with 3I Atlas's trajectory. Something was controlling it. As ground-based telescopes joined the observation, they reported the comet's green glow intensifying in rhythm. Long-exposure images from Chile and South Africa revealed that the brightness pulsed every 22 seconds, the same cycle recorded by Mars orbiters. It was as if the object was sending a message, not to Mars this time, but outward. Hidden deep within cosmic static, radio telescopes detected faint modulations. When translated into sound, it resembled breathing, slow, deliberate, alive. And soon the pulse aligned not just with Mars's field, but Earth's own orbit. Whatever 3I Atlas was, it was approaching and its heartbeat was growing louder. In a quiet lab in Pasadena, a young data analyst made a discovery that silenced the entire jet propulsion laboratory. By layering readings from Mars, ground telescopes, and the James Webb, she uncovered a hidden symmetry, a mathematical pattern repeating in prime sequences identical to those in the Arecibo message, humanity's first coded signal to the stars. 3I Atlas wasn't random, it was responding. Soon after, its trajectory shifted, aligning perfectly with Earth's orbital plane. Officially, the adjustment was dismissed as an optical illusion. But in the quiet of mission control, fear took hold. The object wasn't just passing through. It was reacting. It knew we were here. As 3I Atlas moved closer to the Sun, strange interference swept across Earth's communication networks. The signals resembled solar static, until scientists compared them with data from Mars. They were identical, structured, layered, deliberate. The pattern repeated the same 22-second rhythm, but carried multiple harmonics, as if the comet were composing something, a symphony of frequencies spanning space itself. Instruments detected faint echoes of our own transmissions returning altered, delayed exactly by the time it would take for a round trip to Mars. The comet was replaying us, reshaping our voice into its own. Scientists called it a cosmic mirror, others called it a reply. When 3I Atlas reached Earth's orbital plane, a faint emerald glow appeared high in the atmosphere. To most it looked like auroras, but scientists knew better. The light didn't come from the sun. It came from the direction of the comet, pulsing once every 22 seconds. Amateur astronomers captured images of the glow bending along magnetic lines, scanning Earth like a network handshake. Governments dismissed it as cosmic rays. Scientists whispered otherwise. 3I Atlas wasn't just near. It was communicating with us through light itself. The conversation had begun. An emergency meeting between NASA, ESA, and the International Astronomical Union concluded that the event defied classification. The data showed controlled heat, structured signals, and magnetic mirroring. As the world's largest telescopes watched, the comet flared, bright as Venus. Inside its light, spectral readings hinted at cavities, metallic, symmetrical, like machinery. Then, impossibly, its velocity increased without propulsion. Its new course intersected Earth's orbit. It was returning. 3I Atlas wasn't done. As the signal strengthened, the Earth began to tremble. Seismographs recorded vibrations not of tectonic origin, but rhythmic, 22 seconds apart. The pulse echoed through continents and oceans alike, tracing ancient geometries across the planet. From Giza to Nazca, Stonehenge to Easter Island, the vibrations connected sites long thought unrelated. Their alignments matched the double spiral of 3I Atlas's tail. The Earth was resonating, responding, remembering.